But Dollywood, we have to talk. That was not very good. Hello everyone, I'm Zach the Traveling Man, and here we come again. We're back at Dollywood for the summer celebration. It's just now 7 p.m. I actually came this evening to see the fireworks, which start at 9:30. Dollywood's doing a nightly firework and drone show, so very excited to see that. Waiting on a table at Aunt Granny's. Gonna have dinner there before the fireworks. You can see all the fallen soot behind the train. That can't be environmentally friendly. Look at that. Woo. How dark it's made everything too. So Aunt Granny's is about a 15 to 20 minute wait at 7 p.m. Not bad. They did stick to look like 18 minutes from the time that we put in our number to the time we got the notification that the table's ready. So we're fixing to do some good eating at Aunt Granny's. And here is the spread this evening at Aunt Granny's. Got some carrots, some ham, Brussels sprouts, and of course the fried chicken, which is the best fried chicken anywhere. Green beans, some potatoes over there, and of course the rolls, which are like the Cheddar Bay biscuits that you can get at Red Lobster. So I really hate to do this because, as you know if you watch my channel long enough and see my Dollywood videos, that Aunt Granny's is one of my favorite places to eat on the park, but Dollywood, we have to talk. That was not very good. The fried chicken was good. Had some ham, it was very rubbery. It seemed like it had been sitting out. But the service was terrible. The worst service I probably ever had at Dollywood, ever at all. Had I not been to Granny's like probably 100 times already, I probably wouldn't want to go back, and it would probably be I do not recommend this place. If you've never been to Dollywood before, I would still say try it out, but it could have just been the service on this particular night. But this service has absolutely lagged from the last time I was here in March. It was just like night and day in the service. Kind of I hate to say that, but you know, I'm being real with you all. Always want to be truthful about my experiences. So Aunt Granny's just wasn't it tonight, folks. The fried chicken, amazing as always, hot and juicy, but pretty much everything else was meh and absolutely not worth the money. So it looks like they've got the Blacksmith Area finished. We're here in March for the grand opening of the season. This hadn't opened up yet, but you can see they've got all the tools and everything over there. Looks like they've been making stuff, and you can actually buy some of the stuff they make here in the blacksmith shop. But of course, they're probably gone home for today, for it's 8 o'clock already. So it's about 8:30 now, and even though the park doesn't close until 9:30, 10 o'clock tonight, there's actually a lot already in Craftsmans Valley that's already closed. I've noticed that the bird sanctuary, the eagle sanctuary is closed. Daredevil Falls is also closed. Several of the restaurants are closed. So just something that I noticed as I walked around through Craftsmans Valley. We'll see if that tracks as I walk around through the rest of the park. On the way over to Wildwood Grove, which is actually where the fireworks happen each night. So according to this sign, Blazing Fury closes at 9, so it looks like they must be closing some of the rides in some areas of the park a little bit early, as it says they're in preparation for Sweet Summer Nights, which is the firework and multi-sensory experience show. So it looks like the self-service Coke machines are back, which was kind of a surprise. The first time I've actually utilized them, I can see how they're beneficial, and they don't waste time when you gotta wait for someone to get your drink.
What about the chicken dance? Who had the best chicken dance?
Are we ready? That's it!
Yeah! 5, 6, 5,
So that does it for the Summer Celebration Firework and Drone Show, which was amazing. If I had one complaint, it would be that there wasn't enough Dolly Parton in it. It was all like Dua Lipa and like all these pop artists and songs and like a very, very tiny snippet of Light of a Clear Blue Morning by Dolly. Wish there was more Dolly in that show. But an incredible evening. I think Dollywood has done a fantastic job with their firework and drone show. Of course, now they had Wildwood Grove. They have the tree that's all illuminated, so that's a perfect centerpiece. And I think Dollywood's always needed that centerpiece where folks can gather around, see a fireworks show. They now have that with Wildwood Grove. So great to see that here at the park this year. But we're not quite done yet. We have a whole day left at Dollywood in this vlog. So brace yourselves, and I'll meet you right here in the morning. Good morning, we're back again. It's 9:30 in the morning. Dollywood actually doesn't open until 10, but already the parking lot was full. You see there's people here all around me. Very crowded morning, so probably gonna be a very busy day here at the park. So there was a huge migration of folks that were coming in. Of course, it's still 15 minutes until the park opens. Headed back here to, what is this section? I forget the name of it. I always call it the 50 section, but it's back here to the lightning rod. And look at this. There's already a line extending well back here past the 5 and 10 cent store, almost back to Dolly's Closet, extending all the way up here, all the way around to the entrance of Lightning Rod, which we're still a considerable piece from. So the line extends all the way through here, all the way up to here. Of course, the door's still closed, so the queue inside is not open up yet, but that's a pretty considerable line. I did hear that they've added a single rider line this year, so I'm going to be interested in checking that out later and see how quick that is. So hopefully that'll save me some time at Lightning Rod today. Currently waiting to get up into Craftsmans Valley. Of course, they wait until park open before you can go up into some areas of the park, Craftsmans Valley being one of those. Race is on. They just opened the gates up to Craftsmans Valley and people are rushing forward.
Me stepping out with that traveling man.
There's something so nice and serene and almost peaceful about Craftsmans Valley in the morning. This has always been my, when I'm here at park opening, go-to place, go up Craftsmans Valley. Because before we had Wild Eagle and attractions like that over in Timber Canyon, Craftsmans Valley was like the thrill capital of Dollywood. So I've made a lot of early trips up this valley, but when you walk through here in the morning and you see the sunlight through the trees and these old buildings, it really just takes you back. And I really enjoy that aspect of Dollywood. It's one of my favorite things about the park. Daredevil Falls is one of my favorite rides here at Dollywood. I always ride it, so why not let it be the first ride of the day, even if it is only 10 a.m. So I'm actually going to use a locker rental for the first time because I do have my cameras with me. Don't want those to get wet, so they do have locker rentals at a lot of the attractions, I think especially the water attractions. And you can actually move your locker rental around the park throughout the day. So it was $10 to get a locker that you can move around to the various rides, and here are the lockers here. Yeah, so this is my first time trying this out, but I think it'll keep my gear safe while I'm on the water attractions, because I do plan on doing those today because it is the summer. Here we go. I'm gonna get soaked. So just off Daredevil Falls, I actually rode it twice. Just a pro tip I wanted to give here: if you are going to ride Daredevil Falls and you don't want to get wet, the third row is the row where you're going to get the least wet. So you see just pretty much just my hair and a little bit on my shoulders got sprinkled with water, and that was mainly from the bridges and stuff as you come down. But just talking with the ride attendant, he did say at this time of the year in the summer, You want to avoid the ride between the hours of 1 o'clock and 3 o'clock in the afternoon because that's when it's the busiest and you're most likely to wait in line. But hey, it's 10:21 in the morning, no line, no wait here. Actually, you just got to stay on it continuously and not get off and get back in line. So yeah, check out Daredevil Falls if you come to the park, and if you're here during the summer, avoid it during 1 and 3. Pro tip. For sure how lax the COVID protocols and things have gotten. Dollywood's not even refilling their hand sanitizer canisters anymore. So here's a little bit of theme park history for you, or at least Dollywood history. If you were here in the summer of 1999, this here at Tennessee Tornado would have been as far as you could go in the park. Craftsmans Valley, the very back of Craftsmans Valley, and Tennessee Tornado was the last attraction in the park. Of course, now we have Wilderness Gap connecting over to Timber Canyon. But back in the day, once you got off Tennessee Tornado, you had to go all the way back down Craftsmans Valley to get back to the front of the park. So just to keep into perspective a little bit, how much this park has grown in the past 20 or so years. So another pro tip for you while we're giving out pro tips. It's like pro tip summer. Come back here and ride Tennessee Tornado first thing of the day. It's actually a walk-on right now. It's almost 11 o'clock. You saw the line up there for Lightning Rod when literally you come back here and walk on to some of these rides back here in Craftsmans Valley. So do that. Also recommend, highly recommend to you, if you are a thrill seeker, that you ride on the back car, so the back 2 rows of Tennessee Tornado. When you ride in the back row, it actually feels like you're getting pulled down the big hill, through the big tunnel. Back down through Craftsmans Valley, gonna go down and ride a ride I haven't actually ridden in many years, but it is the summer, so we're gonna try to ride Smoky Mountain River Rampage. Usually get pretty soaked on that one. Hopefully the line's not too long. It's 11:20, almost 11:30, so hopefully riding it early enough that the line's not hours long, but feel like it's probably a good idea to go ahead and get that one in before the crowds get larger and larger as we go throughout the day. So let's check out some River Rampage. I didn't just get wet, I'm what we call here in Tennessee wringing wet. I'm literally soaked from top to bottom. There's no rhyme or reason to the River Rampage. Sometimes you can ride it and get off of it dry, and sometimes you can get off of it like me, wringing wet. Walking now toward Lightning Rod, which is currently closed, and I see they've actually been running it a couple times now. They've made a couple attempts. There are some passengers on it of running up the hill, but the launch hill's not making it all the way up, and the passengers are actually rolling back down the hill on the train. So not sure how long Lightning Rod's going to be down. The line says it's a 15-minute wait right now. I don't know if they're going to keep trying it or if they're going to do more maintenance, but I may try to sneak a ride on it, hope that they can actually get the train over the hill this time. There's a lot of people actually fleeing the line. You can see that the train is actually stuck. They're actually getting folks off the car and they're actually walking down the platform back to the station, which is back here. So that's pretty crazy. There you go. See some leaving. I also see some fluid leaking quite a bit actually there under the car. So I don't know if that has something to do with the launch system, that something's busted or messed up, but not looking like folks are going to be riding on Lightning Rod anytime soon. Not a good look when they're having to unload people from the train on the track. So now headed to Country Fair section, and instead of going up this hill over by the train and around, I'm going to show you a shortcut. There's actually a shortcut that you can take here, just behind this is actually the hot dog stand over by the Back Porch Theater. And if you cut back here, it's going to take you a little shortcut route. You're not going to have to go up by the train depot. You're going to come out right around where we want to be, right over there with the bumper cars. only is it a really good shortcut and gets you over there quicker, but you also get to see folks getting absolutely soaked on the River Rampage. So if you want to come back and laugh at folks, this would be a good place to do that. See, there you can even see a little bit of behind the scenes at Dollywood. Whoosh. Over there is actually where they're creating a lot of the rapids there when you come down that first hill with the water that's coming out. So now we're gonna cross under the train tracks and we'll be in the county fair, country fair. I think I've said both here recently. Now you see we're in here toward the back of the county fair section of the park. And this used to be the entrance to the Blue Ribbon Pavilion, which is right here, the entrance to it. And that's where you could have a lot of company picnics and things. You go in here and eat. But now it's just a shortcut you can use to get back here to the back of county fair area. You can see on some of the buildings already have Christmas lights on them. And that's not because Dollywood's trashy or keeps their lights up all year. It's just it takes a long time for them to get ready for their Smoky Mountain Christmas, which commences in November. So they get started in the summer and they've already started putting up their Christmas lights. The train just departed and you can see there some black soot hanging out here over the county fair section. Probably not fun to be on that ride up there right now and you're blowing right through it. You're literally being dragged right through the soot. So it's lunchtime and some of the places to eat are not even open. You can see here Miss Lillian's Barbecue Corner is closed. And I don't even think that, of course, Miss Lillian's Smokehouse is not even open. It said, due to the current staffing environment, this location is closed. Please visit Aunt Granny's or Front Porch Cafe for sit-down service. So they don't have enough employees to run the restaurant. So when there's as many people as there is in here today, you see there's just people everywhere. It's right now 1:30. Everyone's looking for something to eat. Creates long lines for the places that are open. And Granny Ogle's Ham and Beans is actually where I wanted to eat. I've actually never eaten here in all the, 50 to 100 times I've been to Dollywood, and I was actually going to eat here today. But due to staffing shortages, it's also closed. If you're a Granny Ogle's fan, sorry about it. Yeah, the lines for food right now at Dollywood are longer than I've probably ever seen them. Everywhere that's open has so many people waiting in line to get food. So I think the plan is now I'm going to walk down to the Front Porch Cafe, another place I've never eaten at Dollywood, to see what the wait is. They do have the text reservation system where you give them your phone number and they text you when your table's ready. So I'm going to get put on the list for that because I assume it's going to be at least 30 to 45 minutes. So at least want to get in the virtual queue for some lunch since it is going on 2 o'clock now. So hopefully we can get somewhere soon. But yeah, the line's incredible at Dollywood because I would say a good portion of their restaurants or sit-down restaurants are closed at the moment. Of course, Aunt Granny's probably has some of the longest lines in the park. The line there just to get up to get a reservation and to join that virtual queue to get a table. They're coming up on the Front Porch Cafe now. I can see there is a line, but luckily it doesn't look like anything like the line that they had at Aunt Granny's. So let's see what it's going to take to get on the list for a table reservation here at Front Porch Cafe. Did anybody have any guesses on how long it might be before I get a table at Front Porch Cafe? Submit those now. 2 hours. Sorry, can't do it. They put me on the list, but I don't think we'll be sticking around for 2 hours. We might just leave the park to, go find something else. But this is kind of disappointing, One of the things that I love the most about Dollywood is the food. The food has not been on point this visit to Dollywood. I understand that they have staffing shortages. No one can help that right now. It just stinks, After about an hour and 40 minutes, just got the notification that it's time to come and claim our table at Front Porch Cafe, which is coming up on it right here. So gonna go check it out. Like I mentioned earlier, this will be my first time eating here, so excited to tell you all what I think of the restaurant.
Okay. Thank you. You're welcome.
Here's what I'm excited for. Come back in the fall. Harvest Festival runs from September 24th to October 30th, featuring pumpkin luminites. And you can check it out here on the channel. Going to be here in October. So we'll have a video vlog on this for you coming in October, so make sure you subscribe so you can check that out. So here's the menu. They have a selection of starters, including some pork rinds, which we already had, mozzarella sticks, fried green tomatoes. They also have soups and salads. And then it looks like they have mainly just sandwiches and burgers. They have a front porch burger, front porch chicken. They also have a Beyond Meat burger option, grilled southern fish tacos, and a meatloaf stacker. I know that's very popular. They also have choices for the kids, including a grilled cheese sandwich, and then desserts, lemonberry tart, fresh chocolate chip cookie skillet. That sounds amazing. And strawberry shortcake. All right, so the food is here. I got the burger, but had a little bit of a alteration to it. No bun, and instead of fries that it comes with, I got a salad, and they were happy to accommodate that. And then here's the burger in its normal state. Comes with fries. It looks like those are seasoned curly fries. So all this looks really good. And for dessert, this is the Skillet Cookie. It's a chocolate chip cookie down in there with some ice cream on it. You can see it's still sizzling over here. Look at that. Oh, that looks good. I can't eat any of it though. I'm just videoing it for you. It smells delicious too. I wish you could smell this. All right, so Front Porch Cafe was very good. I'm shocked that I've not been there before. I was absolutely missing out, but I'm glad that I've gone there now. I had, as you saw, the burger. Really good food, really good service in there. So I would highly recommend that, and definitely gonna go back next time that I'm here so I can get some of that Skillet Cookie and actually enjoy it, because I didn't get to this time because of a diet restriction. If you've never tried Front Porch Cafe, maybe you've been holding out, maybe that's just not your usual go-to place at Dollywood, such as was the case with me, well, I highly recommend the next time that you're here, you check out Front Porch Cafe. Definitely better service there than I had at Aunt Granny's last night, I'll tell you that. So that concludes our day here at Dollywood for the summer celebration. Not the best trip I've had to Dollywood, I'll say that. I know that they're struggling with staffing shortages right now, as a lot of folks are in this area. So I know that that really puts a strain on the park. However, it comes at a bad time because the park has just recently expanded their capacity. They had been requiring reservations and really limiting the amount of people they had in the park due to social distancing and things. That's recently changed. So essentially you have a full park and like almost half of the restaurants are closed. That really creates a strain, creates more of a wait for folks. We actually ran into some folks who had never been to Dollywood before, and I made sure to tell them, like, make sure you come back. Like, don't let this influence you negatively, because Dollywood's a great place. Unfortunately, they're just experiencing a staffing shortage right now, and it's making it harder on the folks that do work here. So if you are coming, please be nice to the folks that work here, because they're doing the best. Sometimes they're pulling double the weight that they should. But that does it for this visit to Dollywood. Thank you all so much for watching. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up down below. Consider subscribing to the channel. Have more Dollywood content coming to the channel this year. In fact, going to be back in October for my favorite festival, my favorite time to come to Dollywood, the Fall Harvest Festival and Pumpkin Luminites. And Dollywood always does amazing with that. It's the best thing they do all year long, in my opinion. Thank you all again for watching, and I'll see you on the next adventure.